Manchester United have done it again. They've gone and signed Tynan Thompson for Spurs. And let me tell you one thing. United fans should be buzzing. Spurs fans should be frustrated. And he's actually closer to the first team than you may think. You probably won't find a more detailed video of Tynan Thompson on YouTube. So make sure you guys give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. But listen, Tottenham should be embarrassed because they've lost an incredibly talented young player. Because they clearly haven't provided him with a good opportunity and pathway to the first team. Tottenham had a lot of injuries last year, including at wide. How he wasn't given more opportunity and minutes is beyond me. Now listen, Tottenham have to be careful because they have a couple other academy players which are very, very highly rated. The likes of Byfield, the likes of Luca Williams-Barnett. And they have to be careful not to make the same mistake, especially since Brexit. Clubs are clearly struggling to buy players from abroad under the age of 18 because of the rules, which is why we're seeing a lot more movement within academy football. Luca Williams-Barnett, Byfield, they're 17. They can make moves right now and clubs will be looking at them, especially considering Tottenham haven't been great with producing young talent. Manchester United are getting one of the most exciting young attacking players in academy football. Someone who's constantly looking to beat his man, constantly looking to create separation. And you guys can see the numbers on the screen. This is from available match data on Wyscout for the Premier League too. He was averaging 0.34 goals per 90, guys. This is extremely good numbers. XG of 0.2, so he was outperforming his expected goal numbers. Crosses 5.4 per 90, extremely high. Shots 2.87. Dribbles we'll get to, guys, because they're frightening. But you guys can see Thompson is clearly a player that has action after the dribble, which I love in wingers, and something that can sometimes frustrate you with a lot of young wingers where they beat their man, but then they want to beat their man again. Thompson is not like that. Now, a lot of the time with wingers, they're either good goal scorers or they're good creators. Tynan Thompson has a bit of both. You guys can see the numbers on the screen here. 0.51 assists per 90 in the Premier League 2 last year from, again, the available match data on Wyscout. 0.27 expected assist numbers, which are extremely high. And there's clearly some, let's say, finesse about his game. Even though he's a 1v1 demon, he causes havoc because he also tries to complete those passes to the penalty area. 4.22, which are extremely high numbers for wingers. I think sometimes it's very hard for people to contextualize numbers when there's no comparison point. And listen, I understand because I sometimes find it very difficult as well. But listen, let me show you this graphic now just to show you how impressive Tynan Thompson actually is. This looks at all wingers in the under-21 division over the last year and the progressive passes numbers. Thompson ranks 9th. Of course, Ethan Williams from Manchester United is first. Extremely good numbers. But Tynan Thompson is averaging 6.25 progressive passes per 90. Top work. Hopefully at home you guys are slowly starting to build a picture of the player that Tynan Thompson is and his actual overall quality. And it doesn't end there. Let me show you this graphic now because you will be impressed. This looks at dribbles in the final third in the under-21 division last year. Look at those numbers. Take them in. And you guys can see the little percentile graph on the top right of this graphic. He averages 10.81 dribbles per 90. That is some of the best numbers you will find in the under-21 division. 7.6 successful dribbles per 90. Guys, United are getting an extremely good 1v1 threat. A player that United don't really have. They have Rashford. They have Brian Mbeumo. They have Amad Diallo. None of them are, let's say, 1v1 dual threats. The people that can go down the outside. The people that can come inside. Like Tynan Thompson, which is why I do expect United to integrate him into the first team relatively quickly because he's a rare profile that United just don't have. Integration into the first team is probably going to be the next step for Tynan Thompson, and something that United have to think about is how to get the best out of him. But what if I told you United have helped him with something that they done last summer, and that was signing Benjamin Sesko. Sesko's 6'5". He's a physical demon with his size. Tynan Thompson loves a cross. You guys can see his crosses numbers right here. He averaged 5.4 crosses per 90, which is the second most out of any single winger in the under-21 division. So, could we see a Thompson cross to Sesko goal? I like to hope so. His impressive performances didn't just end at domestic level. Tottenham qualified for the Champions League last year, which meant the under-19 side went into the UEFA Youth League. And some of the numbers he put up were ridiculous. Again, I like to reiterate, this is only from the available match data that we have on Wyscout. It doesn't have every single youth game. But he was averaging 1.53 goals per 90 in the UEFA Youth League from the available data. He scored a hat-trick against Slavia Prague. He got a goal against Monaco, a goal against Copenhagen. And just taking those numbers against Monaco a bit more. 9 out of 13 dribbles completed. That is extremely impressive. Against Real Betis, 10 progressive runs. Those numbers are not normal. And listen, like I always say, football progression is never linear like anything in life. A player's going to have ups and downs. A player might not progress how you expect. But United, if they can get the best out of Tynan Thompson, if he can progress how everyone expects him to progress, United are getting a demon. And this is probably going to be going down as one of the bargains of this summer window. United have got a player. Tottenham have made a mistake. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel. And let me know down below what you think of this signing.